Hey guys, it's Riley at Ross Thrifted over on Instagram and Poshmark, and today I'm here with another bins haul. So first, yes, I'd like to address I have a rash. I went to the doctor today. I found out it's a symptom of a virus I had like months ago apparently, and it's just coming now. So that's super fun for me. It's gonna take a while to go away. Second, these are the pants from the bins haul that I showed a little while ago. They gave me like leg and look vibes, but there were no tags, and they feel like a nice linen or a cotton pant, and I kept them for myself. If you have not seen any of my other recent bins hauls, I went to the Goodwill outlet in Romeoville, Illinois, and I went 2 days in a week and I packed my car full of stuff. The last two videos that were posted was all stuff I picked up when I met my friend Carrie. She is a reseller as well. We met up at the bins, and so those two hauls were pretty much everything I grabbed when I was with her. But I didn't haul everything from that day because it's pretty good, so I still have a few items left over in my car, but the majority of what you're gonna see today is from when I went 2 days later on a Friday, and I went to the bins by myself. But I actually did end up meeting a subscriber named Kate. So Kate, thank you for saying hi. It was very nice to meet Kate, and she actually gave me a bunch of stuff, and I felt bad, and so luckily she did take a couple things from me, so I felt better. I always feel bad when people give me stuff because I'm like, no, you take it, you make money. I don't have my cost of goods yet for this haul. I'm just combining these two together, and I'm gonna average out the cost of goods since everything kind of got mixed together in my car. So I'm usually my cost of goods, depending on how many shoes I buy since they're heavier, is around $1.50 to $2 per piece. And Wednesday was a bad shoe day, but Friday they rotated the shoes while I was there, so I got some good ones. So I guess actually let's start out with some shoes. I like to go through the leftover shoes when I get there because I never get there at opening when the shoes are fresh. Apparently I've never been there at opening. People just tell me the shoes are fresh. So I like to still go through the picked over bins and see what I can find. However, by the time I made it over there, actually, I think I made it over there because I realized people were lining up for a shoe rotation. And that is usually one of the only rotations I'll line up for, is the shoe rotation. Anyway, I saw these sitting in a bin like this, and I was like, I wonder if those are what I think they are. And they were. I pulled them out as they were like rolling the bins away. They were not literally rolling that one away, but they had already rolled a few away. So I pulled these out to check, and they are adult natives. So natives usually do kind of like Croc style shoes. They actually have the logo here on the back and on this like ankle strap right there. So these are an adult size women's W, and it's a women's 10. I don't know why that was so difficult. So these just need to be cleaned up. They're dirty, and actually natives you can throw in the dishwasher. I'm not going to be doing that. I don't really want to put somebody else's shoes in my dishwasher. So I will just be taking like a magic eraser to these, maybe a paper towel with some Dawn dish soap, and scrubbing them a little bit, and they should look pretty good. So I'm bummed I didn't get to look through the rest of the bins of shoes before they rolled them away, but that's my fault. I got busy for like an hour digging through clothes. This day I actually got a ton of Uggs, and I actually had to leave some behind due to condition and some behind because I could not find the singles. This day I did not look very hard for my single matches because I have a lot of shoes. I have a lot of shoes in my def pile that need to be photographed and listed and that need to be cleaned. So I kind of gave up on my singles. I did not go hardcore looking through every single bin for them. So I did have to leave a few good pair of Uggs behind just because I wasn't looking too hard for their mates. These ones match my nails. So these are kids Uggs, and they're an Elmo collab. Unfortunately, they are discolored on the toes, yeah, and like kind of throughout. They're not, which is funny because the soles actually look in really good condition, like not worn down at all. They just happened to get discolored, and Goodwill wanted $13 for these. They never sold, so I grabbed them at the bins. I don't know how much these will go for, if it's like a sought after collab or not sought after collab, especially with the wear. I do have an UGG cleaning kit. I don't know where it is. I won't be cleaning these just because of the color. I don't want to mess them up. I'd rather just sell them discolored, dingy. So maybe condition wise 15 to 20. If these were in better condition, I had a feeling they would go for more being a collab. I saw these and didn't grab them right away, and then like 20 minutes later I still saw them sitting there. Actually, someone had moved them and kind of like put them in between two bins, like propped up, And so I was like, is there something wrong with them? Why didn't someone get them? Sorry, if you don't know what they are Keen shoes. These are men's, like, I'd go with hiking shoes. Sorry again about the airplanes. They are a size 12. So I don't know why these weren't purchased. I found out why these weren't purchased. They are mismatched size shoes. So I will be not selling these because of that reason. Okay, these have been making my car smell. Any guesses why my car smells? It's because they're Melissa's. Oh, upside down. Melissa's. So it's taken me a few days to do this whole bins haul, and I wanted to do it this style from the car. I don't know why, I just felt like it. And so I've been driving around and I'm like, oh God, I smell those Melissa's. So if you don't know, Melissa kind of like fruity cherry scents their sandals. I don't know how that works, but it stays. Pretty much any, I think, pair of Melissa I've sold has always kept their cherry scent. So this is a collab, a Melissa collab. I don't know who the collab is with. Some collabs can do very well, and they also, I think, the Disney collabs. These were at $5. These were $5 at Goodwill, and I probably would have picked them up for that even without checking comps, because we're going into the right season. A platform sandal, and in general, Melissa's a high retail brand. These are probably anywhere from 80, I'm assuming more than 80 because of the platform, so probably closer to like 100, so maybe like 80 to $110, and people like them. So I'm hoping these will be a $30 sale. I grabbed these because, I don't know, they're Born. Born does okay for me, depending on the shoe. It's so funny when the weather gets nice and all of a sudden you see all these brand new dogs, but they're actually not brand new, just that people don't walk them through the fall, winter, and cold spring. So it's like end of spring and summer. I'm like, where did all these dogs come from? Because Olive and I are hardcore walkers. Anyway, the Born shoes. So I will pick up Born shoes. I don't usually pick up like the Dansko clog style Borns. When I pick up Born, they have to be leather, which is usually what Born is known for. I don't know if I've ever had a Born shoe that's not leather. And I like to go with the funkier style of Born. And these are definitely a funkier style. They feel like a smaller size. Oh, 6, yeah. Honestly, unless something is like a 5 or under, like I'll pick up 5s, but I'm more cautious when I pick up 5s. But besides that, shoes I will pick up pretty much any size. They do have some scuffing on the toes, and I don't think leather conditioner will help much because it's like red scuffing, so I'm gonna have to sell them like as is, so hopefully like 20 to 25. Here's one of the pieces Kate handed me. Again, she is the viewer who came up and introduced herself, so again, thank you, Kate, for saying hi. I kind of, usually forget I'm actually talking to people on the internet. I just feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm just doing a haul for myself, so it's cool to remember people actually watch these. Anyway, Kate also went through the new shoe rotation, and she handed me these Donald J. Pliner boots. So I talked about this recently because I picked up a pair. So you can see here on the zipper, it says Donald J. Pliner. There is also the line Donald Pliner. So I feel like Donald J. Pliner is the more expensive line. But anyway, the brand isn't like, it's high retail, but it's not the like best resale. I'd say kind of comparable to Stuart Weitzman. But I mean, a nice pair of boots, I'm not gonna say no. Well, I did try to say no. I tried to make her take them because she found them, but she gave them to me and I was very grateful. I have no idea what comps on these are, but I would assume $40 at least. So then, funny story, I found these Donald J. Pliner boots. So then I went to Kate and I said, hey, I found a pair too. So do you want the gray ones or do you want the brown ones? And she told me to take them both. And I was like, no, please make some money. But she said no. Oh, and these ones actually came from Goodwill. So I wonder if those ones did as well. Let's see. These are an 8 and the other ones are at 8.5. But these ones are $13 at Goodwill. I probably would have left them. I could have checked comps, but I just, like, knowing Donald J. Pliner, I wouldn't have wanted to pay that much for these, but I'm happy to pay bins pricing. It does look like these ones do have like a scuff right there. So now that we barely put a dent in the shoe part of the haul, let's just see some clothes. I didn't say this yet. Oh, someone cut the lining out of these. I did not notice that, unfortunately. So I take things to Crossroads and Buffalo Exchange and to Once Upon a Child Crossroads and Buffalo Exchange, I accept credit to then shop at the store, in-store credit, and then Once Upon a Child, I just take cash. So this is an unsorted haul, so I'm not going to be showing you everything I picked up for Once Upon a Child because it's just a bunch of kids clothes that don't have resale value, like Cat and Jack and Carter's and Baby Gap, because I don't have luck with that. But anyway, so this is a brand I was not familiar with, kids swimsuit, and I did actually look in to see if there was a lining. I was like, oh, interesting, no lining. But now as I'm looking, it's because somebody cut it out. So I don't actually think Once Upon a Child will buy these if they notice that. But I'm still going to throw it in my bin since we're going into summer. Here's another Once Upon a Child piece. This is from Falls Creek, which I believe is just like a Walmart brand, but it's a coat, and I think it was actually new because it was on the like hanger. I just took it off so I didn't have to pay for it. So Cat and Jack and Old Navy. I'm not going to show you guys much more. This is just like classic stuff I pick up to take to them. I don't know how much they pay me per piece, but I always get a good cash amount, and it makes me happy. Here is one kids brand I will sell myself. It is Janie and Jack. It is a more expensive kids brand. Their girls dresses, I would say, retail from like $40 to $50, $60. And so this piece is like little boys overalls, 3 to 6 months, or not overalls, like suspender pants. And actually the suspenders can be removed, so I'm glad the suspenders are with them. This is probably not going to be a big sale. It's probably like a $10 to $12 sale. I'd rather sell a girl's dress, but you take what you can get at the bins. This day that I went Friday, clothes were actually pretty bad. I really only got shoes for myself to resell, and clothes were mainly for Once Upon a Child, if you buy, sell, trade. Here was a bra I was glad to find. It is from the brand Cup, and I'd say maybe around like COVID times learned about this brand and bought some too for myself. I don't recommend them. The quality is not good. I had this bra in a different color and it kind of like fell apart, like all the seaming detail like separated. So I don't really know if it's still a trendy bra brand, but last I checked it was trendy and hard to come by, so they were reselling for almost retail on Poshmark. Again, there's the logo CUPP. I would say this is a color they do like limited edition colors. I'd say this is one they did like back around when I was shopping for them, like 2020. So I'm assuming the market's changed since then. So maybe this, instead of like a $40 sale, is like a $20 sale, but bins pricing, I'm happy with that. A brand I don't pick up like a whole lot. This is Eddie Bauer. And the main reason I grabbed this is because it's a 2X. If it was a smaller size, I probably still would have grabbed it and just passed it along to a family member. But since this one's a 2X, I will be selling it because I don't think anyone in my family will fit in this one. I grabbed this Columbia coat, and I actually did leave another Columbia coat behind at the bins this day. I didn't check comps on either of the pieces, the one I left behind or this one, but this one says titanium on it. Is that what it says? Yeah, I think that's titanium. And then it says that here. So I'm hoping it's like a more expensive, more sought after coat. And if it's not, I'm sure it will fit somebody in my family. Okay, so I actually got 2 furs this day. I'm not someone who supports buying fur new, but it makes me sad to see fur going to the landfill. So I am someone who will buy it and resell it. So this one I bought. Usually when I find them, they're in bad condition. And this one's not in great condition because I do know it has some staining. But I figured someone would still want it for cheaper, even with the staining. So like on the back here, there's some stains. And I noticed one like here on the collar. So it's not awful. I think someone looking for a deal on a fur coat will be happy to find it with minimal staining. The inside also has some staining. If you're curious about the type of fur, it is Brightener Added Blue Fox from Finland, made in Hong Kong. And then it also has Michael Green on it, which I would think is someone's name, except it's probably, unless it's Michelle. Oh wait, it ends in a D. I don't know what that says. Sorry, cursive. Haven't studied that since 2nd grade. Anyway, don't know comps. I'm not gonna try and get top dollar since it has some stains. This one was at Goodwill for $20 and it never sold. I probably would only pick it up at the bins. It is a Talbot's coat and it is a petite, a 4 petite. I don't know what you call this type of material because I was gonna say tweed, but I don't think it's tweed. Pea coat. And let's see, I wonder if there's wool in it. I don't know where the tag is. I have a feeling it's like has some wool in it. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I dropped it on the bin. I dropped it on the floor at the bins, and someone saw that I dropped it and was going to pick it up, and they stepped on it to just like, I'm like, they couldn't walk around it. They just decided to step on it to keep going straight. Like, and they had time to pivot. It's just like, some people are ridiculous. So I think come right season, this will be like a $30 sale. Just to show you a lot of the stuff you won't be seeing, this is actually a bag pretty much full of just kids clothes for Once Upon a Child. Okay, so this is the other fur I got this day, and actually I'm gonna cover up the name of it because it is actually a local fur store in my town that just went out of business, and I can't believe they only just went out of business because, like, I don't know who was shopping there to keep, and they had a big retail space. Like, I don't know how they stayed in business for so long. However, this is a vintage one from them. I do see when I go to estate sales around here, people often have fur from them, so I mean, I guess that's how they stayed in business. This is, I think it's this is how you wear it. Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, a lot of the seams are coming undone, and so I could pay to have this repaired. My guess is it would cost around $20 to have it repaired minimum, and I'd rather sell it flawed. Oh, also I think it needs like a button clip. Yeah, so see, like, seams are coming undone here. You think for a very expensive piece that it would not. So yeah, it also needs like a little button right here. So I'm gonna sell it cheap to someone who wants either the fur to rework or to get it fixed so they can wear it like this. It also does have someone's initials in here. I feel like that is pretty common for fur, and it also does have some staining in here. So again, I am not obviously trying to get top dollar selling this flawed. I will have to check comps, and then I'll probably price it at like 60% of what comps are under. So like if these would sell for like $100, perfect condition, I'll probably price this at like $40 or $35 and just try to find it a home to someone who wants to repair it. The fur itself though in that one is in great condition. It's just, again, seams need to be re-sewn. I actually did hit one bin of decent kid stuff, and by decent I mean like Target and Old Navy stuff in good condition I can take to Once Upon a Child, and a few higher end kids pieces I can sell myself. So this is a brand I learned a couple months ago from shopping at the bins, the Beaufort and Bonnet Company. There's the tag. I'm assuming this had a matching top or dress or something in the bins that I did not find, or maybe it was never donated. I think it probably was and I just didn't find it, unfortunately. So I'll sell these as a separate, probably pretty cheap, like $12. But like, if you can imagine like $12 for like a kid's piece that's missing a match is pretty good. I think that with whatever set this came with, retailed anywhere from like probably more like $45 to $65. Okay, I grabbed these actually out of a new bin rotation, the only clothing one I lined up for. They are new with tag Express shorts, and they are a size 12. They retailed for $59. I'm not a big short seller. I don't like selling them just because they don't go for as much, and I feel like it's a harder category for me to sell. But we are in that short season. I've sold some shorts the last few months, so I've been picking them up at the bins to stock up for the summer. $7 at Goodwill. I would not have paid $7 for this pair of shorts. Here's one of the better kids items I found in that bin I was just talking about. It is a girl's Lily Pulitzer dress, and actually I do believe I've sold an adult dress in this print, which will make it easier for me to find. Here's the tag. It's a girl size 2. And Lily Pulitzer does have style info on the interior tag, so this is from January 2019. And in good condition. So I actually just listed a Lily Pulitzer baby dress that was missing the diaper cover, and I think I listed that at like $30 is what comps, maybe a little under $30 is what comps was telling me for that piece. So hopefully this one will be at least a $30 listing price. Here's another kids piece that was in with some of the expensive kids pieces, so I'm gonna look it up and see if it's worth reselling. It's called Smockingbird. Here's the tag. So I don't know at this point if it's worth reselling. You know what, I'll throw up comps over here if it has sold on Poshmark, but it felt like high quality and a piece that could be a decent resale for a kids item. So I'll probably be selling this myself, hopefully. If not, it goes to Once Upon a Child. Here's a brand I'll sell myself sometimes. It is sold at stores like Nordstrom, department stores, Peak. It's a higher retail kids brand. However, this piece is a baby girl shirt and it doesn't have any matching pants to go with it. So it doesn't have, it's not a matching set, and I don't have anything to lot it up with. So unfortunately, I don't think this piece by itself will be worth reselling. So it will probably go to buy, sell, trade. Okay, this kid's H&M piece, which is going to Once Upon a Child, gets a shout out just because of how adorable it is. It is a button front tiered dress. I love it. I went back and forth on this. It is Knox Rose Target plus size embroidered blouse, but the reason I got it is because I think I actually have another Knox Rose, did I say plus size? It's an XL. I think I have another XL Knox Rose piece that I can lot this up with. Olive, stop it, please. So this will probably be sold in a lot. I'm not sure exactly. Okay, this piece I got in a new bin rotation. I grabbed for buy, sell, trade. It is a very Y2K Depop style piece. I don't do that kind of style, and when I've tried it on Poshmark, it doesn't move for me. It just sits. So I'm taking it to them, but I thought it was funny. It's Marie Claire. That was a magazine, right? I don't know if this would have been like somehow related to the magazine or if it was just a brand with the same name. Goodwill wanted $5. I probably would have picked it off half off day to take to buy, sell, trade, because they'll probably price it depending on who buys it. Let's just say around $16, so I get $8. I grabbed this piece. I had a feeling I knew what it was when I saw it in the bin, and I was correct. It is just an Old Navy piece, size small. So not the best piece because it's Old Navy and it's not a bigger size, but I'm assuming this is a linen blend floral jumpsuit, perfect for the season. If it was a bigger size, it'd probably be a higher dollar sale, but since it's just a small, it'll probably be like a $13 to $15 sale, which is by no means the sale I'm going for, but also not a sale I'm gonna pass by. Also, I'm very selective with the smaller size and pretty much any Old Navy I pick up, but I just really like this print. Here are a few more shoe finds to mix it up. These are baby Uggs, and these ones are actually in really good shape. I mean, there's like a little dust here. I need to figure out if it's staining or dust. These were at Goodwill for $13 as well. Never sold. Yeah, these again, I mean, look like they were worn like a couple times. There's almost no wear to the tread. I have to clean that up. That should be pretty easy though. I did find another one of these in a chestnut color. Unfortunately, those ones were pretty beat. Oh, there's people coming. I went back to the shoe bins to throw back a few pair of shoes I decided not to take with the, oh my god. Oops, messed up. Okay, now I'm realizing why these were probably someone's throwback. They're cracking on the bottom. That was my bad. I checked the tops and checked the bottoms. Well, I checked the bottoms for the brand. They're, again, Donald J. Pliner. And I looked at the tops and I was like, they're not in the best condition. So I considered throwing them back. But I was like, I know how to fix them up. You take a lighter and it takes away a lot of the fraying on the suede. These aren't sellable, though, because of this cracking on the bottom, unfortunately. So these are trash. I did grab this pair of boots, which I just told you kind of about. It's BOC, which is a line by Born, and I said I only pick up leather ones. However, BOC is like their diffusion line and they don't usually work with leather, so these are faux leather with like this knit upper. I actually do have luck with certain BOC styles, BOC by Born, so I decided to give these ones a try, but I am now noticing they have a little flaw right there. I probably still would have picked them up. It's just cosmetic wear. They were $7 at Goodwill. I only pick up BOC in the bins just because it's a low retail, probably sold at like Ross and TJ Maxx. I think these were like one of my first grabs in the new rotation. Nobody was going for the Uggs though, so maybe they know something I don't. These are a rainbow logo stitched Ugg, kind of. They're not like the mini, they're just the short. Goodwill wanted $15 for them, but actually on the bottom they say they have this written, and this kind of looks like what Salvation Army does, so I'm kind of wondering if these went from a Salvation Army purchased and then to a Goodwill donated. But they're in really good condition, so I don't know comps on this style, but let's hope 30 plus. And another pair of Uggs. These are sparkly, but they're like 3D sparkles, like as you can see, textured. Treads treads on these ones are a little more worn. They are a US 4, so these are actually a kid size. And usually when I get shoes that are like a big girl size, like a 4, I'll do the conversion. Let's see what the UK is. It's a Euro 36, which is my size. So yeah, these kind of, I wear like a 6, 6.5, and my toe is kind of like on the edge. So I'll probably list these as like a woman's 5.5, 6, and a girl's 4. And I'll just delete the listing of the one that doesn't sell first. I'm curious now. Oh, these ones are a girl size 3. I thought these were adult. Okay, here's another pair of Born shoes. So again, leather and a funky style. So you can see the type of Born I'm going for. These were $7 at Goodwill. I would not have paid that because they have a lot of wear, like as you can see here on the heels, and the toes have some like water damage and scuffing. Luckily, I think leather conditioner will make the scuffing look a lot better. Nothing you can really do for the heel, but I do sell heels that are damaged like this, not like crazy damaged. I wonder, I feel like they're a little bit crunchy, so I definitely feel like maybe they, like someone's house basement flooded. That's common here. Basements flood all the time. Because of the condition, these probably won't go for more than 20, but I thought they were a funky enough style to try out. Here is one pair of American Eagle jeans that does still sell well for me. It doesn't have to be low rise. It is just flare or the kick flare or kick boot, whatever. Any like American Eagle flare style still does decent for me. And these ones actually have flat pockets, which is kind of unusual for American Eagle. They were $6 at Goodwill. I'm really only grabbing them at the bins, and these are actually a 2 short. So I list my short length American Eagle jeans under petite on Poshmark. Do you want to see it? This is what Olive does every single time I do a bins haul, or when I go through. And what you doing? She also does that when I'm doing inventory inside and like cataloging everything. Ooh, dang it, I had the angle set up nice without the sun. I grabbed these for my mom. They're just Gap pants, and I'm assuming they're linen. She just like lives in this stuff, especially specifically from Gap. Let's see. They are utility linen and kayak from summer 2020, and they are a cotton linen blend. So during these 2 trips, I actually got stuff from the bins I think that she'll like, so I'm gonna put them in a little bag and give them to her for Mother's Day. Not as her Mother's Day gift, like main gift, but she always appreciates thrifted clothing. Kate tossed these over to me. These are just a North Face pant. They have the logoing over here. Dang it, where is it? There. They do need a sweater shave. If you can see, when they get little pillies like that, I do go over them super quick. It takes like 10 seconds max to go over areas like that. I'm not expecting a whole lot for these North Face pants. Maybe 15 to 20, but a decent bin sale. I picked this up for buy, sell, trade. I think it was someone's throwback, and it's actually from Dress Barn, but I don't think they'll care because of the crocheted. This was $6 at Goodwill. Again, this might be a piece I would pick up like half off for $3 to take them. I think Buffalo Exchange 100% will buy this just for the crocheted Y2K style. They don't care about brand when it comes to, well, they say they don't care about brand in general. They do. But especially for pieces like crocheted pieces, knit pieces like this, I don't worry about brand. Here's another kids brand I'm like pretty sure is worth reselling, but I have to check comps. I don't know how to say it. I think it might be Spanish or like from Spain Spanish. Picolana? But look at this. It's embroidered tulle with spaceships and planets. It's adorable. So I sure hope this is worth reselling because I want to sell it. And if not, buy, sell, trade will for sure buy this. I think it is. I'm like 95% sure this is worth at least $15. Okay, so I've had luck the last 2 times I went with vintage beaded silk dresses. So this is no different. I'm not familiar with the brand. It is 100% pure silk, and then it is fully beaded. The beading on this one is in excellent condition. It does have shoulder pads. It was on the hanger, which has been a trend with me finding these beaded dresses in the bins. They're always on the hangers when, like, not even Goodwill hangers. The people donated them on the hangers and they went straight to the bins. So I just recently listed one, but it had more of a brand name behind it, Ascala, and so I listed that one at like 60 something dollars. So I'll do research and see if this brand is anything, and if not, I'll list it under vintage as like vintage 80s beaded dress, and we'll probably go listing between 45 and 50. I'd never heard of this brand. I don't think it's anything you need to commit to memory. It is LCR, and then it says Black Edition. The reason I looked it up is because it looked funky. It looked like fancy ski wear. And so I didn't look anything up on Google about the brand. It has this like little metal chest logo. I just checked first. I checked listings on Poshmark, you know, just search the brand and immediately stuff comes up, and stuff is listed high at like $80 to over $100. Unfortunately, it was only selling around $20 to $40, which is not bad. Like, it's disappointing to see stuff listed that high and not selling for that much, but when you think about picking it up at the bins for under $2, it's like, okay, that's still a decent sale. So it does need a little bit of a sweater shave, but I'll probably throw it in a sweater bin come August, September, get some sweaters listed, and hopefully it will be a $30 sale. I think I'm gonna wrap up this haul pretty soon and then finish the majority of the shoes and the rest of the clothes in a part 4, but I'm not labeling these as parts. So this is a Chico's jacket. It is a size 3, which is I believe like a XL or 1X from them. I'll do some modeling since it's getting a little chilly out. It is this funky jacket. I have been more selective with Chico's lately. It is not a brand I come across often, but when I would get it at the bins, I would just always pick it up, and I still have some pieces sitting from last summer. So I'm kind of like, okay, maybe I should be a little more selective with the Chico's I grab. Being a size 3 and kind of like a funky metallic jacket, I thought that this one would do okay. Okay, I pulled 2 items to finish out this haul with. First, it's just an item for buy sell trade. It's new tag H&M shorts. They were $6 at Goodwill and never sold, so they went to the bins where I picked them up to take to buy sell trade. I'm hoping they'll buy them because even though they're H&M, they do buy H&M sometimes. They are new tags, only for 25, but they're also a size 12, and they're just, you know, classic high-rise cutoffs that I think people will be looking for this summer. This is what I mean. This one was donated on a hanger, and I kept the hanger because honestly, it was just twisted. Like, all these little tangle beads are getting stuck in here. So another 80s fully beaded sequined gown. It's got some nice big shoulder pads. It's got tassel ones. Hopefully there's probably, oh no, they're on this side. There's like, these are in really great condition. This one actually does have a brand on it. Not again. Oh, and it is again 100% silk. I doubt the brand is anything on this, but if you're a vintage person and want to let me know, feel free. Of course, I will do my due diligence while listing. Again, if this brand seems to be nothing, this one I might list for a little bit higher just because it's a little funkier. So maybe I'll list this one around $50. All right, guys, this is the end of the bins haul. Obviously, I still have a little bit more stuff to haul, not just this, the middle row of the shoes in my car. So if you're interested in that video, subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you like bins content, subscribe so you don't miss any. And feel free to go through my backlog of bins content, including the 2 videos that are related somewhat to this one. So enough of the self-promo. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another video soon. Goodbye.